Hey everyone, it's Professor Clark, and welcome to Chapter 2. Woohoo! We are making progress. So in this lecture, we will learn a little bit more about grammatical gender in Russian. As I mentioned while discussing it in Chapter 1, Russian, like many Indo-European languages, has grammatical gender. So all nouns have a gender. And there are three genders in Russian: masculine, feminine, and neuter. For animate nouns, which is mainly what we've dealt with so far, the gender normally matches the sex of the person being referred to. Animate nouns are nouns referring to sentient beings like humans, horses, squirrels, whatever. So if you were talking about an animate being, and in particular humans, the gender of the noun that refers to them is normally going to match their sex. So brat, brother, is masculine, sistra, sister, is feminine, muž, husband, is masculine, žena, wife, is feminine. For inanimate nouns, the gender is pretty arbitrary. So there's nothing inherently masculine about a table, but it is grammatically masculine, stol. There's nothing inherently feminine about a book, but it is grammatically feminine, so kniga. There's nothing inherently neuter about a window, but it's neuter, we say okno. The nice thing about Russian is that 80-90% of the time, you can tell a noun's gender by looking at its ending. Remember, in Russian, we're always going to pay a huge amount of attention to the ending of words. And so we can look at a word's ending, or specifically a noun's ending, and tell its gender most of the time. And then all modifiers, so pronouns and adjectives, must match the gender of their nouns. And again, with modifiers, we don't care about the gender of the speaker. We care about the gender of the noun that they are referring to. So brat is masculine. Any modifier that goes with it, like mój starszy brat, my older brother. Mój and starszy are both going to be masculine, even if it is a woman speaking, because the noun that they refer to is masculine. And here on the last slide of the PowerPoint, I have a chart of noun endings in the nominative. And so let's just go over it quickly. First of all, something to notice on this left-hand side of the chart, we have hard stem and soft stem. So all nouns and adjectives in Russian are either hard stem or soft stem. And the stem refers to the last consonant in the word. So you can then have vowels on the end, but they don't show the stem. What shows the stem is the last consonant. Or let me back that up. Because we have hard and soft vowels, if you have a hard vowel, that shows that the preceding consonant is hard. And if you have a soft vowel, it shows that the preceding consonant is soft. But what matters for the stem is the hardness or softness of the last consonant in the word. And so we have hard stem. Hard stem nouns are normally more common than soft stem nouns. And then we're going to have masculine, neuter, and feminine nouns for both hard and soft stem nouns. So masculine hard stem nouns, as you can see here, are normally going to have a zero ending. They are going to end in a hard consonant. For example, brat, brother, magazine, store, учебник, textbook. And these are by far the most common form of hard stem masculine nouns. The vast majority of masculine nouns you meet are going to end in a hard consonant. Some of them may occasionally end in ah. So there are a few nouns, most of which refer to human beings, that are masculine and will take masculine modifiers, but end in ah. So papa, dad, or father ends in an ah, but it is grammatically masculine, and it's a hard stem noun. Pasha, the nickname for Pavel or Paul, is grammatically masculine, and it refers to a man, but it ends in ah. And then we have these soft stem nouns, which are less common than hard stem nouns, but there still are a significant number of them. And they can end in mягкий знак, soft sign, и краткое, or ya. So for example, словарь, dictionary, ends in a soft sign. Конь, steed, like a kind of horse, ends in a soft sign. Герой, hero, ends in и краткое. Vitya, the nickname for Victor, ends in ya. And again, these nouns are less common than hard stem nouns, but there are still a number of them, and you do need to know them. Moving on to neuter, hard stem nouns are going to end in o. So окно, a window, перо, a feather or a pen, radio, a radio. Soft stem nouns for neuter will normally end in ye, or very occasionally your. And then there are a few of them that end in mia. There's only a few of them. There's just a small handful, but some of them are very important, so you want to know them. So moria, sea, занятие, college class, задание, assignment, are all soft stem neuter nouns. And note this ie ending, that's quite common. And then we have имя, first name, время, time. Those are the two most important mya, soft stem neuter nouns that end in mya. And finally, going to feminine, we have the hard stem nouns, which are going to end in a. So for example, mama, sestra, жена, mother, sister, wife. And then for the soft stem nouns, we have a few that end in ya. So for example, семья, family, Italia, Italy. A note again, this iya ending, that's pretty common. And then we have a number that end in мягкий знак, like любовь, love, кость, bone, площадь, city square. And you may be asking yourself, well, how do we know if a noun is masculine or feminine if it ends in a soft sign? You can't always know 100%, but they are much more likely to be feminine. And pretty much all nouns that end in of, ost, or at are going to be feminine. So when in doubt, assume that it's feminine. And there we have the introduction to grammatical gender and case endings or noun endings in the nominative. Hopefully that was helpful and not too overwhelming. And now you have a good basis to move on and start learning more about case endings and about other cases.